Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Navadi Pachadadeshahari Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So now Bhagavatam presents the signs how we can become a pure devotee. That is the whole object of Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, how any listener can be guided to become a pure devotee. Instead of that, what do we do today? Prabhupada says very nicely, succinctly. He says, we hear the impious sounds vibrated by the sinful people in this world through the modern so-called machines or directly. Instead of hearing the words of a pure devotee, correct, which we get in Bhagavatam or through Prabhupada lectures, what we hear, Prabhupada says, we hear the impious sounds vibrated by the sinful people in this world, and particularly nowadays through the so-called machines. It may be a mobile, and I may be feeling very nice. Actually, it is giving you poison, because what I am getting through it is impious sound vibrated by sinful people. Just giving a symbolism, generally. And you will hardly get a pious person speaking the glories of the Lord. Or you go to computer, internet, what do you get? Again, impious sound vibrated by sinful people. You open TV, what do you get? Impious sound vibrated by sinful people. And common mass of public also hearing the impious sound vibrated by sinful people. What happened to them? The degradation has been unimaginable in the history. They say the Britishers Muslim rule, they could not degrade the society so much. What today the media has done, they degraded society to the lowest possible situation. Why? Daily we hear now that they cannot even talk what people are doing. But what happened to them? Where they get these ideas? Where they learn all these simple activities? Is from the impious sound vibrated by simple people. And we hear, we associate. We want to run and associate. Very eager to associate. Previously, if suppose a great saint comes to the town, whole town used to run to hear the words from the lips of a liberated soul. Correct? All the acharyas say, Mahat Seva, Dvaram Ahur Muktam, Tamodvaram Yoshitam Sanki Sangha. Mahat Seva. By hearing your devotees and offering some little service, you can open your gates to Vaikuntha. And Tamodvaram Yoshitam Sankisam. When you go to hell, if you associate with the sinful people. And that is the choice we make. And that is the situation we have. So here, Prabhupada also, I was just some time ago I saw very strong statements. Prabhupada is very merciful and very kind, always very compassionate. But he was not willing to tell the truth. Very strong words. This is the end of the second chapter of the second canto. Thus, by the process of Bhakti Yoga, directly accepted as suggested in this verse, by sufficient hearing or transcendental messages of the Lord, material contamination is directly eliminated. Without once attempting to contemplate the impersonal Virata conception of the Lord. Now what happens after this? He will open up the Virata conception. It goes on for maybe more than 1.5 chapters. At the end of it, he says actually it's better to do directly hearing. Those who drink through all reception, fully filled with nectar image of the Lord Krishna, the beloved of the devotees, purify the polluted aim of life known as material enjoyment, and thus go back to Godhead, to the lotus feet of Him. Okay, so the purport Prabhupada is including, there is no need of Virat Rupa, you can directly hear about the pastimes of the Lord. And by practicing Bhakti Yoga, he is saying material contamination directly eliminated without attempting to contemplate the impersonal Virata conception of the Lord. But what do you do? It's not easy to give person faith in the personal feature of the Lord. Therefore, as a pilgrimage, he presented in personal feature. But if somebody by good fortune, by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, if he can fix himself on the lotus feet of the Lord, just like by the chanting of Hare Krishna mantra or by devotional service, then he doesn't need to do all this. And now Prabhupada concludes a very tough statement. And by practicing Bhakti Yoga, if the performer is not purified from the material contamination, he must be a pseudo devotee. For such an impostor, there is no remedy for being free from material entanglement. Means, just like you're a doctor and you know this is the disease, you're sure, and you have medicine. And he comes back after next week and says, nothing is happening. What do you know? He's an impostor. He has not taken the medicine properly. Correct? The way I say. The doctor supplies simply plain the medicine. Doctor, this is the disease and this is the medicine. It should work. If it does not work, this fellow has done some good. Correct? And he has been taking some other things or prohibited things he has been taking. He has not followed the direction. So therefore, the same way Bhakti Yoga, if it doesn't make us happy in Krishna consciousness, not problem is Bhakti Yoga, problem is with us. Correct? Facial Yoga. Sometimes people question, their questions are like that. There is one person who keeps so many people, they keep asking you questions. But at the end of it, they are never satisfied, and the same question they're asking again and again. You feel something is wrong with this person. Why is not accepting? You ask advice and you have to follow. Why is not following and the direction which is given? So this is the whole process actually, the Bhakti Yoga process. This is the supermost process. The topmost process. Somebody came to Prabhupada and they said, Prabhupada, what about the Raja Yoga? There is one set of jokers who practice Raja Yoga. Brahma Kumari. The Raja, they call it Raja Yoga. Prabhupada saw all these jokers when he came. I don't know, this organization is recent or since when it has started. So anyway, some other fellow or maybe same fellows. So Prabhupada says, Bhakti Yoga is Emperor Yoga. What a Raja Yoga. This is Emperor Yoga. Immediately on the way. Yes, it is not his decision. It is the conclusion of the scripture. And then, we may be feeling, what is so special about us? We are ordinary people. We are not very intelligent. There are so many people who are extremely intelligent. Correct? Suppose a Nobel laureate comes and explains what he did. We will not be able to understand only what he did. Correct? In our fields. All of us in our field, we think we are special. But suppose a specialist comes, who is a world-renowned person, when he speaks, we will not be able to understand what he is speaking. So well he may be knowing the subject. In any field, practically. That's a fact. But what is so special about this? We are not very intelligent people. And there are some people they philosophize so much. We are not big philosophers also. They can give arguments for 100-page argument. वो भी नहीं हो सकता. We are not that also. We get exhausted. We get tired. What is so special? And neither we have done some big charities. Some people do so much charity. वो भी नहीं है. What else? Neither we have done some big austerities. Have you done any big austerities? Some people, like Hiranyakashipu who stood on the legs for such a long time. That also we have not done. What is that? Tapasya, dana. So all these angles, if you see, there is nothing so special about us. But why is it that topmost of all the process, we got access to it? And we have little faith in it. And so many people say they have no faith. They have no faith. They don't even have understanding and they are being a competitor. Bhakti Yoga is not offered to anything except Viṣṇu. It is not offered to any Devi Devata. But you see, people have been competitor. You go to somebody and say your ultimate aim of life is you will become a devotee of the Supreme Lord Viṣṇu, Krishna. No, Swamiji. Why you say like that? It is for me to take. I was talking to somebody else. I go to Kati. From childhood I am attached to the deity. But that is okay. But he speaks in the way that as if it is equal. We are not saying don't go to Devata because there is no way we condemn the Devata worship. We are not condemning. But what we are saying is that Krishna is special. How can you forget that? So we have so many people, even though they come to religion, they get lost in all these ways. So what is so special? Somehow, by the grace of a pure devotee, somehow we got little mercy. And we should never forget that. And because of that, we are today able to breathe in Krishna consciousness. Somehow. We got a mercy of Srila Prabhupada somehow. Bhakti Yoga is not possible without the mercy of a pure devotee. We should be assured of that fact. Guru Krishna Prasade Paye Bhakti Lata Bija. This Bija has not come from sky. ऐसा नहीं होता. It has come. Guru Krishna Prasade Paye. There was, just like in an account, you have a joint account here. It's like a joint account. In which Guru is involved, pure devotee, and Krishna. Just like sometimes you go to open an account in bank, what do they say? They say you get somebody already has an account, you have to get his, what do you call that? Recommendation? Introduction. Correct? Introduction is needed. Some banks are not very careful, they don't allow everybody. Introduction is there, they are very safe. At least you are known. The same way, you want Bhakti Yoga, introduction is needed. Now who can give introduction? Whom Krishna knows. Whom Krishna knows as his pure devotee. He has to give introduction. Yes? Recommendation. He can give. Krishna directly will not give. Through his pure devotee. Then, so therefore some faith is there. Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Lata Bija. But now it is for us to grow this into a big plan. And then whole science is given. Okay, so we can never be despair about the process. Correct? The despair is about our seriousness to make the plant grow. It is not that, oh, I am chanting, I am doing this, not working. Look at yourself. Look at Prabhupada's statement. And therefore, we have to work. The process, as Prabhupada said always, as far as we are concerned, so we are ready. So, Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, what does it say? He said, if you give this message to some other person, there is nobody as dear to me as you then. Okay? He says that or not? There is nobody dear to me than a person who gives this message to another person. So this should be very clear. Krishna doesn't say, hey, if you do any charity, you become dear to me. It is not there. See, you should have said no. Krishna says, Yesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam tadami buddhi yogam tam yena mahupyantita. I give you intelligence by which you come to me. To whom? Who does lot of punya karma? Papa karma? It's not there only. Punya karma, papa karma, nothing will help you. Yesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. Those who are constantly engaged and offering devotion with favorably. Services offered with favor, my dear Lord. And the dhan, Krishna sees, yes, they are trying to serve me. Yes. So it's not that when we are doing service, I was telling previously also, we look for somebody to point out and recognize. No, Krishna is watching. Devotion service is just like devotees went, and they were doing Sankirtana. So before doing the Sankirtana, Prabhupada, how we should do Sankirtana so that public is very happy. The idiot, rascal. Sankirtana is not for entertaining the public. Sankirtana is for the pleasure of the Lord. So our focus in devotion service is Dadami Buddhi Yoga. When Krishna will be pleased and He will give me realizations by which I can attain His lotus. Correct? That is my focus. My focus is not, just like some 100 friends say, what are you doing? Otherwise, if you want to practice Krishna consciousness, you cannot practice today. What is the same thing you're vibrating? Somebody's husband was telling me. What is the same thing you're vibrating? Crazy people. If you have to listen to them, you go mad. You go mad actually. If you want to satisfy a karmi, you will go mad. Because each karmi has his own ideas. And as much you may spend 99.999% years of your life only few minutes are remaining before you die. Still you will see whole life you work, they will never satisfy. This you have not done, what have you done, this you have not done, this. You go crazy actually in trying to satisfy a karma. Okay? So that is not our outlook. Sometimes in a society, we see when the students particularly land up in colleges and surrounded with thousands of people. The dirty thing is that now they have to hear the impious sounds vibrated by sinful people. And they go down. But it's not easy to overcome that. Some of them, those who already have a taste of Krishna consciousness, feel embarrassed by the helplessness they experience in that atmosphere. Then, when they are sincere, Krishna guides them to come out of that, just like they get drowned actually. They get drowned in that. Krishna gives us the strength to come out. So we have, now how do we deal with this world? Somebody may question, what do you do now? You are surrounded by all the impious people, sinful people, vibrating impious sound. What do you do? That's the nectar of instruction. Don't closely associate. Don't do that. Associate with them very formally. Okay, very nice. We don't reveal our mind to them. We should not do that. Never do that. Neither we should be very keen to eat with them. Anyway, they are impious people. They will never eat prasadam. Why eat with them? What is the use? Okay? We should not be very keen to eat with them. We should not be very keen to reveal our mind to them. We should not be keen to develop some intimate relationship with them. Then what happens? Gradually, our seriousness to go back to Krishna will dilute. Whole effort, I have to reach Krishna. Maybe one day. And then finally it comes, no, it is not possible. This life, it is not. After millions of life, maybe I will see. That is for the Jnanis. Bahunama janmanam ante jnanamanama prapatyate vasudeva sarvamti samhata sudhu. That is for the Jnani, not for devotee. Devotees, tesham evam kampartam aham ajnana jamatamaha nashayami jnana devena vashata. So, Krishna is saying for a devotee it is like that. Tesham evam kampartam. With the compassion I will pick them up. But when compassion will come, tesham satayuktana. Correct? The same sequence of shlokas it comes. This 4 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita, 10.8, 10.9, 10.10, 10.11. Whole Gita is summarized. 4 shlokas, whole Gita is summarized. If you know those 4 shlokas, we have known Bhagavad Gita. What is 10.8 saying? Aham sarvasya prabhavo. 4 shlokas no means Bhagavad Gita is known. 10.8, 10.9, 10.10, 10.5. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante ma bhudabhava samamvita. Machita matagata prana bodhayatas parasparam namityam tushyanti cha. Then yesham satate yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddha yogam tam yam enamam upiyante tesham evam kamparna maham ajnana jamatamaha nashayami atmavastu jnana devena vashata. So this is the whole Bhagavad Gita. This much 4 shlokas we can remember. Anybody says Bhagavad Gita, this is the Bhagavad Gita. That's all actually. They simply speak Bhagavad Gita means this knowledge, that knowledge. Why Prabhupada said this is the essence of Gita? Why the Acharya said this is the essence of Gita? Because this is what it is actually. Krishna is the whole creator, supreme personality. Prabhupada says very nicely, very in one class recently. If you want to become peaceful, give up the idea that you are the master. Give up this idea that you are the master if you want to be peaceful. The essence is like overflowing. The consciousness is overflowing with the essence of Bhagavad Gita. That's an acharya. And then Prabhupada is saying that the heart is agitated by passion. Passion means harassment of the senses. Ignorance means lethargy. Okay. Sometimes, what is it? Kamalobha chete. Kamalobha is from Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Greediness, too much greediness, desire for sense gratification, and then lethargy. We are haunted by these things, correct? Now these are coming by because Rajoguna, Tamoguna are agitating my consciousness. Correct? So if Rajoguna Tamoguna agitate my consciousness, how can I even do any purposeful work? Even my duties I cannot do this work properly. Not possible. Sometimes some people feel unless some Rajoguna is there, we cannot perform well. Sometimes the wrong idea comes. No, sir. Externally looking, Rajasic man may be looking very hard, but his efficiency is very low. It's very low. Very low. If they have understood, even they say like that if a person has very good IQ, but his EQ is not good, his performance is very low. That means they have no ideas. We just use those terms. He is very skillful, he is very intelligent, but he is mentally disturbed. His performance becomes very low. Okay. And on top of it, the modern day civilization, which is basically that only, how much people are getting disturbed here, how much they are getting disturbed. So the consciousness which is not free from Rajoguna and Tamoguna, Krishna cannot come there. Like the Prabhupada says, and the mind which is not pure cannot capture Krishna. See, basically we have to capture Krishna in the heart. Okay? It cannot be captured, the mind is not pure. So therefore he is saying, doesn't matter, he is saying, the shloka says, one's mind is always agitated at the passion mode of material nature and bewildered by the ignorant mode of nature. Correct? Agitated by the passionate mode. Passionate mode, what it does? It agitates. Come on, you can enjoy it. And ignorance mode makes you sleep. Fully makes you down. Just like if you want to study, Rajoguna is there, how can you study? You're holding, what happened? Who won? Australia won, India won. We cannot do that. That is Rajoguna. Tamoguna means book is there in front, but we cannot study. And Tamoguna, what happens? Keep the book and sleep. My God, that is Tamoguna. Only Satoguna. And Satoguna is there, then what happens? Mind is calm. We were talking about this point, we developed a lot in I think 3-4 classes. How the intelligence of a devotee should be developed. We have, just like a child has a capacity to walk, mother has to only train the child. Agree? The capacity is there. Similarly, Prabhupada says, so many siddhis are lying dormant in us. We are not aware. These siddhis, ashta siddhis are there. Everybody has that capacity. It is not ashta siddhis only some people. It's nothing spiritual about it. It's all material. Just like all the Rakshasas who came to fight with Krishna were having ashta siddhis. Some Rakshasa became a python, Aghasura. Some Rakshasa became a bird, Bakasura. Then, which are the other demons? One came as a bird, Vatsasura. And then, bull. Who was the bull? Keshi. And then, Arashtasura. He became, what he became? Arishtasura. Horse. Then, Dhenukasura. Ass. Then what is remaining now? All the animals are over. So the Bakasura was not actually a bird, he was a king. Aghasura was not a python, he was a king. People don't know these things. If there is the beginning of Krishna book, Prabhupada explained. These all people, Putana was also another king. These people had king or some bitch. Very powerful people, actually. But they have this mystic power. So these are lying dormant in us also. We can also do that. But you're not interested. Even if it is there, pure devotee, it is said, all these yoga siddhis, all the perfection of life, all kind of opulences, everything that you can imagine, karma jnana yoga, what it can give. Bilwamangala Thakur says, it is waiting to serve me. You want? Would you like to have some siddhi? Well, not interested. Waiting. You just have to chant Hare Krishna and become a nice devotee. All these are waiting. You want? Not interested. You think what siddhi Narada doesn't have? Look, he woke up the child like this, he woke up. And the child, Chitraketu, son had died and he was crying. Narada came there. He said, why are you crying? Get up. He made the child get up. He gave back light. What siddhi is this? Satya Sankalpa. Practically he is becoming like Viṣṇu. What he wants he can do. Lord Chaitanya also did that. Some days ago we remember that pastime. He also, one child, when they were having big kirtan in the house of Shiva Sagar, he made the child get up. Child has died actually. And so spiritually advanced, at this point also we are not developed on a Sunday. See, we have a philosophy which can make people, Prabhupada says, so happy that in no condition you will face suffering. That is Krishna consciousness. If you accept Krishna consciousness, then in no condition you will be unhappy. How is it so? That example is there. Shiva's house, Harinam was happening. Lord Chaitanya was dancing. Inside the house, because women are not there, they started crying. So Shiva came, why you are crying? Child, his son has died. He gave spiritual instruction to them. They consoled them, pacified them, went out. And jumped in the Kirtan again. Kirtan went on. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to have closed door Kirtan there. Till morning, Kirtan was over. And then after Kirtan is over, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I am not feeling the same ecstasy today. Something is wrong today. So Shiva said, my son died. Bring him out. You didn't tell me. So they brought him out on whatever they caught. They kept the child at the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. Get up. He got up. So Lord definitely has all the siddhi. Correct. Here Narada also does too. Narada also can do anything he wants. Anything he wants he can do. That Mrigari said, don't worry. You just do this, you will maintain. And by the blessing of Narada, he started chanting. But people were rushing to give him gifts. And he had that faith. My Guru Maharaj is sending me all these things. Look at that. We don't have that faith. Prabhupada had that faith again. Whenever anybody came, Prabhupada said, my Guru Maharaj has sent you to help me. I have taken up his mission. But he is so kind. Prabhupada says someplace, actually, artificially a devotee should not feel like that. Only a Mahabhagavata continuously feels like that. He knows Krishna is in complete control. Whoever comes to help me, he sees that Krishna and his Guru are sending. Because he is trying to serve the mission of the spiritual master, these all people are coming to help him. That is Prabhupada had the attitude. Somebody told Prabhupada, Prabhupada, are you angry at me? Because Prabhupada did not reply the letter for some time. Prabhupada said, see, I am traveling so much. I don't receive the letters in time. And where is the question of anger? You are helping me to fulfill the mission of a spiritual master. There is only gratitude. He was not just speaking, he had that. Therefore, when they used to meet Prabhupada, they used to melt in his, pure attitude, complete 100% pure. So this has to be, an Acharya has to be of this category. We cannot accept anything less. So, what it comes here, so therefore, Rajoguna, Tamoguna is agitating us, And it is not allowing us, to taste all the sweet emotions. So then Prabhupada says here, and the shloka itself says, if you fix yourself on Viṣṇu, you will be washed from all this mala, all this dirt you will wash from your heart. If it's therefore Krishna consciousness is only sincerity. There is nothing else. There is nothing else in Krishna consciousness. We have to work. Let me become sincere. That's all. Prabhupada used to say, now show to Krishna if you are serious. So we have to work on our sincerity and object of satisfaction is Krishna. We have to convince Krishna. Yes, I am Krishna. I am serious. I am serious to satisfy. I am serious. We have to convince Krishna. We cannot convince karmis. You will go mad if you want to convince them. Whole life you work, still they will not be satisfied. Because not one, they have trillion desires. And anyway, material desire, even if it is satisfied, it does not bring any satisfaction. Correct? But spiritually, if you work actually, just like, we had a whole college, we stayed 4 years. We don't feel a single bit of gratitude to so many teachers who spent hours and hours instructing so many things. Tried. Our whole schooling, so many teachers. Correct? Sometimes artificially we feel he is my student. But the point is, unless you have given Krishna consciousness to somebody, he will have no gratitude to you. Correct? Zero gratitude. Isn't it true? Sometimes you feel as teacher. He is my student, he is my student. He feels so, because student means it's like, wow, how much he will be worshipping our Gurudev. But the fact is, because we are not imparting spiritual knowledge to them, we have zero gratitude. Because you are not actually made him happy. See, anybody becomes happy when you give him Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, he is not happy. Some material gratitude is there, but it is very superficial. But spiritually, you will not forget. You will not forget ever. Ever, eternally you will remember rather. Because that Krishna conscious gift that you have given him, it is going to be with him eternally. Eternal gift you give. Oh, you give to somebody 100 rupees. Okay? Or you give him chocolate. Now you eat the chocolate and forget it. But you give him Krishna consciousness. Not only this life, that benefit is there with him next life also. Next life also, anywhere Kirtan is happening. Oh, very nice, very nice. You know, some people are there. Kirtan, they will start jumping immediately. I remember I met somebody in a college and told him chant. Same day started chanting. 4 rounds, 8 rounds, same day. Waiting to pick it up. Some people are like that. So therefore, when we go to the mass. But among the mass, there are some people who are just waiting for Krishna consciousness. And some people, lot of purification in them. Lot of, many births they have to be purified before they become serious. Because the Maya has to beat them. Some people agree. Some people want Maya to continue thapad. Then they will become serious. Correct? You go tell somebody chant Hare Krishna. Because Maya has to beat it. It's too early now. Tapa. Then he'll come and what do you say? Chant Hare Krishna. But he doesn't listen, then Maya will continue. See, it's like jail. You go to jail. And you tell the person, see, can become a nice man. Laws are there of the state. We just agree, I'll obey all the laws. I'll contact the king now, just now. I'll give mobile, you can talk to the king. And you say, I'll follow all the laws. King will pardon you, you can come out immediately of the jail. Correct? That is the simple process. That is what we are doing. We are saying, Sarvadharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam raja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshishami masaya. We are saying, just accept Krishna's word, your whole life is safe. Simple process. But people are not ready for it. They still have fantasies and desires of material enjoyment, of bhoga and aishwarya. They keep planning so much plans of sense gratification and so many plans of so-called comfort in this world. And what Maya has to do? Thapad, Maya will keep beating them. Then one day they will surrender. And we don't know when it will happen. Somebody is telling me, sir, that looks like one day anyway we will go back to Krishna, no? That day when will come, God knows. And why you want to take the risk? Because this creation, anyway now Kali Yuga is progressing, why you want to stay here in this world? It is said in Kali Yuga, people will start eating each other. Anyway, it is happening now. People are eating the fetus, after some time they will start eating each other. So why you want to stay? Next birth, very dangerous. This very life. Let me go back to the lotus feet of Krishna. Correct? So here it is said, just if you can focus yourself on or observe a meditation on Krishna, all the malas will be removed. Correct? Otherwise, if we stay in Rajaguna Tamoguda, we should know realizations of Krishna consciousness will not come. We should be confident of it. O King, by the system of remembrance and being fixed in the habit of seeing the all but personal conception of the Lord, and one can very soon attain devotion service to the Lord under his direct shelter. Rajo Vacha. Before that, I'm sorry, I start. There's something called pantheism. I did not cover. Prabhupada says, we have to Nirvishesha Shunivadi. He doesn't leave an opportunity to any time to take impersonalists to task. Prabhupada does not leave. He says the impersonalists talk about pantheism because the chapter is going to go on impersonal picture of the Lord. This is Virat Rupa is also kind of impersonal representation of the Lord. And Mayavadis keep meditating on that only. So Prabhupada is forewarning us that impersonal feature, and they have something called pantheism. Pantheism. Now when we think about the Virat Rupa, we know it's a display of the Lord's energy. And the Paramatma is the Atma of the Virata. Virat Rupa is dead. It's only the mental energy. But Paramatma is the Atma of the Virat Rupa. Correct? It's an imaginary conception. But still, if it is a display of the Lord's mental energy, it is controlled by Paramatma. Ekam Shino Sito Jagat. But then the impersonalists have now a conception which they call pantheism. Pantheism sometimes I feel is like many God. No, this is referring to every atom, every air, everything is God. When we speak about God is everywhere and impersonally speak God is everywhere, it is two different things. We say God is everywhere means what? God in His personal nature is present as Paramatma everywhere. Inside the heart of every living entity, inside every atom also, God is present everywhere. That is what our conception is. The impersonalist conception is different. Their conception is, this is God. This specs is God. No, sir. The specs is not God. And they live in this world of, they have this kind of a conception of, they think God has become this metal nature and God is finished. Just like a piece of paper. They give the logic and people agree to the logic. Because if you have a piece of paper and I make 100 pieces, the paper is not there now. Paper means the pieces. Similar, and people find it very logical. What is the problem? The problem is, sir, don't bring material logic to understand the Supreme Personality. He is from the world of infinite. We are developing this one. God, infinite minus infinity is infinity. 0 minus 0 is 0. So infinity minus infinity is infinity only. It does not become 0. If we say 4 minus 4 is 0, 8 minus 8 is 0, but infinity minus infinity is infinity. Infinity plus infinity is infinity. That is absolute word. From Krishna, unlimited material universes come out, but Krishna remains as it is. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishishyate. This is the law of infinity. So Krishna belongs to that category. And so they make this mistake. So even though the material nature comes out of Krishna, Krishna is not there. He's still in Goloka playing and dancing. Ekasthane sistas agni josna visarani katha. One place, just as the fire is situated and heat and light is everywhere, Krishna is situated in Goloka, dancing with his devotees, playing with his devotees. But by his manifestation, he is present everywhere. Krishna continues to stay in Goloka.